Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty big things to go over, some new Zygarde updates that you may have missed from the most recent Legends ZA trailer. We've got some pretty big Pokemon announcements, some Switch 2 stuff and some Legends ZA rumors. A lot of things to take a look at today. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, we had a pretty big Pokemon announcement yesterday for the 30th anniversary next year, and it is a collaboration between LEGO and Pokemon. So we've got Nintendo Soup here tweeting out saying LEGO Pokemon officially announced for 2026. And it says seconds after the leaked teaser. So yeah, it was leaked like minutes before the official announcement, which didn't really matter because, as I say, it was announced literally minutes later. The Pokemon Company has officially announced a collaboration with LEGO. So LEGO Pokemon is planned to release in 2026, just in time for the franchise's 30th anniversary. At the time of this writing, further details have not been shared, although an official web page is now live here. And then they also dropped a small trailer as well, as you can see. It's a trailer, it's like a little short. It's basically just Pikachu's tail made out of Lego. And it says something about like electrifying your imagination in 2026. And then it says Lego Pokemon collab. So yeah, this is really exciting. I mean, I've not built a Lego set in what feels like decades. But I'm definitely going to be all over this. It's going to be heavily scalped as well. I don't know if LEGO are going to put in sort of precautions and stuff to stop that happening, but anything Pokemon nowadays just gets scalped like crazy, especially the TCG. And I think LEGO is just going to be another situation within that whole kind of bubble, just because LEGO is very, very collectible. Like, it's a massive collectible. And then when you slap the Pokemon logo on it, it's just only going to make it worse. So really exciting, and just hopefully it's available to everyone. And well, I mean, it's going to be available to everyone, obviously. It's just hopefully the scalpers are at a minimum. But either way, exciting times for Pokemon and LEGO. So that's the first thing that I wanted to go over. The next thing that I wanted to go over is this post from Soul Silver Art. This was posted on the official Pokemon website, and I feel like nobody's really been speaking about it. But it's actually a massive update regarding Zygarde. So we've got Soul Silver Art here saying those are wings. Seemed like the new Pokemon Legends ZA trailer didn't give us any new information on Zygarde, right? Nope, there was a new blurb on the official website that's interesting. Why add this detail on the 100% form while all of its other percentage form descriptions have info we've already seen in its dex entries? So its 4 wings and its tail can freely change shape to play a variety of roles. So the changing shape bit makes it sound like they could be hinting at it getting a new form or a mega evolution. So this is from the official Legends ZA website. So we've got the complete form here. These are the Pokedex entries for the complete form throughout Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So they don't talk about wings or anything like that, or being able to adapt to different roles. But on the blurb now it says, this is Zygarde's form when it's at 100%. It uses its overwhelming power to suppress those who endanger the ecosystem. From the orifice on its chest, it radiates high-powered energy that can eliminate anything. Its 4 wings and its tail can freely change shape to play a variety of roles. Now, if I wasn't so convinced that we weren't going to be getting rideable Pokemon, this would give me major rideable Pokemon vibes, just like Miraidon and Koraidon. The fact that its wings can change to make a variety of roles, so obviously you can fly, maybe you could use it to climb, maybe you could use it to go really fast, and we might still have rideable Pokemon in this game. It's very unlikely because we can climb buildings just with the teleportation thing. We can fly from building to building with the Rotom phone. We can use the taxi service to use for like fast travel and stuff. So rideable Pokemon are just not really needed for this game. But I don't know why they've now incorporated this information about Zygarde onto the blurb, and like they've never said anything about this before, about these being wings and being able to change freely for like any kind of role. So it's very, very interesting. I don't know if that is kind of a hint towards a new Mega Evolution or a new form. Again, we're expecting a Mega Evolution for this Pokemon just because it was kind of revealed in the Terra Leak. Whether they scrap that or not is still yet to be seen. But it's quite interesting that they've given this information now about this Pokemon, whereas they've never done it before. So what do you think? Could it be a new hint towards a new form or a Mega Evolution for Zygarde? Or do you think that they've just added this information for no reason at all? The next thing that I wanted to go over is this update about catching Pokemon in Pokemon Legends DA. This was also posted by Soul Silver Art, saying, been seeing some confusion on this, but it is officially confirmed that we will still be able to catch Pokemon outside of the wild zones of Lumiose City. So obviously we have those numbered wild zones. We know that there's Pokemon in there. We can go and catch them and stuff, but you can still also catch Pokemon out of these wild zones. So I don't know if they're going to be like super strong Pokemon or what, because they would still be, I guess, endangering people in the city and stuff. That's why they're kind of in the wild zones, but you can actually catch them. So we don't only catch Pokemon in the wild zones. These zones are just for Pokemon that can't live in an urban habitat. So that makes sense. So I'm guessing a Pokemon like, I don't know, like Cloyster, for example, wouldn't be able to live in an urban habitat. So it'd have to be in one of these wild zones. Also, one of the few things that returns from Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is we can still sneak up on and probably dodge/roll around to capture without battling. Yeah, I thought that rolling wasn't in this game, but then I rewatched the trailer again, and I think you actually dodged out of the way of, I think it's like an attack by Pyro or something like that, but it's shown the trainer actually dodging. So you do still roll in this game. So I don't know if we can still take damage or whatnot. I mean, I don't know why else we'd be able to roll if we couldn't take damage. So, yeah, that is definitely a thing that looks to be in the game. They won't just be standing around, but I'd imagine that will be very similar to Pokemon Legends Arceus in this regard. And then it says, the UK and European official accounts also confirmed this in a post yesterday, saying you can battle and catch wild Pokemon living in wild zones or out and about in Lumiose City. And then to catch one, try aiming a Pokeball at it, yada, yada, yada. And then on the official website, it says you can catch wild Pokemon living in wild zones or out and about in Lumiose City by aiming a Pokeball at them. Some Pokemon will flee immediately if they spot you, so hide out of sight and approach from behind to make yourself harder to notice. You can also battle Pokemon to lower their HP, making them easier to catch. I don't know if you still get like the catch boost from throwing a Pokeball at a Pokemon from behind, where it makes that like kind of noise. Which obviously gives you like, I guess, more of a chance of catching. And also if you throw your Pokeball at it with a Pokemon inside, then it gives you like an extra attack or an extra turn. I don't really know how that's all going to work in this game, but yeah, you can still catch Pokemon in and outside of wild zones, and you can also sneak and probably dodge roll as well. Next up, I wanted to go over this post from Game Rant talking about how the new mouse functionality on the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons could be like a massive gold mine for gaming. So I've got Game Rant here tweeting out saying the mouse functions teased for the Switch 2's Joy-Cons are an exciting upgrade that could signal a new era for Nintendo games. So they say the Nintendo Switch 2 kicks off the year with a massive bang, laying to rest months and rumors. Speculation about what the Nintendo Switch 2 had in store for gamers made up a big portion of last year's rumor mill, but Nintendo finally made its big reveal in January, and with it, some exciting upgrades. So the Switch 2 retains the aesthetic of its predecessor while promising even more. One of the most exciting changes being made is the mouse function of the Joy-Cons. As of now, it's unclear just how much this mouse functionality will be utilized in Nintendo Switch 2 games, but Nintendo could be sitting on one of its best innovations yet. So it says, with each new Nintendo console, innovation has been at the heart of every single one. From the Wii to the GameCube, Nintendo's products have varied greatly in appearance and function. However, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a compelling change of pace, and it still has the same overall appearance. The main innovations are found in its larger size and mouse Joy-Cons. If developers put an emphasis on these mouse features, it could completely change how gamers approach playing Nintendo games. It says franchises like WarioWare and Mario Maker would greatly benefit from mouse functions, especially the latter. The ability to build platform levels more efficiently could prove to be a fantastic evolution for the series. Even better though, these mouse-inspired Joy-Cons could open the door for third-party games to make their Switch 2 debut without downgrading the gameplay experience. And then it says the mouse Joy-Cons are already attracting the interest of third-party developers. So in an interview with IGN, Civilization 7 developers Ed Beach and Dennis Shirk voiced intrigue about the mouse Joy-Cons, and it would be far more satisfying to play Civilization 7 in a way that emulates PC controls. Of course, Civilization 7 is already available for the current version of the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch 2's mouse Joy-Cons may be the ultimate way to experience the game on a Nintendo console. This could also potentially make long-awaited ports a reality. Surprisingly, there have yet to be any mainline Sims games made available on the Switch, but the Switch 2 could finally change that. The Sims franchise has been making waves recently. EA recently re-released The Sims 1 and 2 at the end of January for PC, and the timing of this re-release and the impending arrival of the Switch 2 could bode well for the Life Sim series. More mouse Joy-Cons could work wonders for The Sims. As of now, the list of third-party games set to come to the Switch 2 is currently being kept under wraps, but the upgraded Joy-Cons could be the perfect opportunity for EA to bring this franchise to the brand new Nintendo console. And then that's just some stuff about the Switch 2 Direct. And then as the year continues, details about the Switch 2 and its intriguing Joy-Cons concept will become more clear. The full extent of the Switch 2's capabilities is yet to be seen, but this console has made a big splash in the industry. Even the developer behind Marvel Rivals has expressed interest in hopefully working with the console in the future. Only time will tell, but Nintendo seems to have a massive release on its hands. So yeah, I think that they're just going to start releasing games that are really utilizing this feature, because it is clearly a big feature that they're going to go into detail about in the Switch 2 Direct, and they're going to want Nintendo games. Like, the 3D Mario game is going to incorporate this in the game, because it's a new feature for the Switch 2. 3D Mario game is like going to be one of the biggest sellers. They're going to want to incorporate it. All the big games for Nintendo are probably going to have some sort of mouse functionality in it. Maybe even like Mario Kart and stuff like that. Who knows? But either way, I'm excited to see what they come up with it. Come up for with it. But let me know your thoughts on the mouse functionality. Are you excited about it, or are you just not really going to be using it that much? And then finishing things off for today's video, we have a new Pokemon Legends ZA rumor. This was posted on Tuesday. It is a post on 4chan, so as always, take it with a massive grain of salt. I have to say that every time because some people still don't understand. But anyway, it says Legends ZA details, and it says, had enough people being annoyed, so I'm ending this now. I'll keep story spoilers to a minimum, but here's your warning. So Lumiose City is a lot bigger than it looks on the map. Not even building can be not every building can be entered, but I'd say a good half of them can from what I've seen. I mean, obviously all the shops are going to be, going to be allowed to enter all those. There's going to be a lot, like we know that there's that sort of like markety place in the middle, or maybe not in the middle, but there's that markety like kind of area where there's loads of clothes shops, stuff like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to walk into random people's houses. Who knows? Maybe they're going to stop that because it's a bit weird, but I don't know if that's going to be available in this game. It says most businesses from Lumiose in X and Y reappear in Pokemon Legends ZA with a variety of new ones. So I especially like the new art museum where one of the game's boss fights take place. There's going to be an art museum with a boss fight. In addition to working odd jobs for AZ, the Quasar company hires you to keep the peace in Lumiose, dealing with outbreaks of mega Pokemon that run rampant in the city. These are the game's version of the nobles from Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then it says, didn't get to see all of them, but you fight a Mega Victory Bell. There's so many people talking about Mega Victory Bell now since, it's been heavily rumored that it's going to be coming to the game. And no one was talking about it before. I think there was one rumor that we covered where it had like 20 odd Mega Evolutions, and that mentioned Mega Victory Bell. But that's hard to kind of like give any validity to because they just literally named a bunch of Mega Evolutions. So they probably just got lucky naming Mega Victory Bell. And it's not even confirmed or anything. It's just literally Riddler-Q said it and Centro Leaks said it. And Centro Leaks isn't a leaker, and Riddler-Q's got a pretty bad track record now. So yeah, it could have been leaked, but I don't know why everyone's taking it as like granite information, because it's literally just from 2 unreliable sources. So I don't really know, but it is what it is. So you fight Mega Victory Bell in a sort of botanical garden and a Mega Grafai in the art museum. I don't really want to see any Generation 9 Pokemon getting a Mega Evolution. It just doesn't really like that. We've just had them in a game. Like, give it to somebody else. I mentioned before, it stalks you as you make your way through. Actually feels like Resident Evil. Other Mega Evolutions I saw were Meowstic, Pyroar, and Scolipede. Not sure if they're bosses at all. So yeah, like Pokemon like this, I'd prefer to get a Mega Evolution to Grafai. And then it says, the only regional forms I saw were Meganium being Grass Fairy, Feraligatr being Water Steel, no Emboar, but I know it exists. Well, yeah, I mean, they're not going to give a form to Meganium and Feraligatr and then not give one to Emboar. That would make literally no sense. The Rotom teaser at the end of the Pokemon Day trailer alludes to an underground battle league in the sewers under Lumiose. It is run by your rival and another character. That's just not like, what? We know it's about Prism Tower, I guess. And I don't know why your rival would be hosting these underground battle leagues in a sewer. Who returns from another game like Ingo. Not going to spoil this one as it's super interesting. I completely disagree with that. The sewers act as a larger wild zone with lots of poison and water types. I mean, I think it's going to be the catacombs. I don't think it's going to be sewers. Because sewers are obviously very, very dangerous. I mean, going into the catacombs will be as well, but the sewers are just so much more dangerous in terms of, like, the bacteria down there and everything like that. In addition to the sewers, the player can go on excursions out to other areas in Kalos, kind of like the areas in Legends Arceus. They don't serve as a big story purpose as in Arceus. I remember seeing the desert route, but the power plant and a snow area. But we know you can't. They've literally said it all takes place in Lumiose. Like, maybe they do, like, a post-game location you can go to or something, but I don't think there's going to be a ton of areas to go outside of Lumiose. The whole point is that you go into these wild zones to catch Pokemon. You're not supposed to leave the city. No information on any new Pokemon, unfortunately. I don't know if there are any at this point, but my guess is there's going to be a new legendary. So, I don't know. I completely disagree with a lot of the things said in this rumor. I'm completely in denial about this. It just sounds very, very just wrong and fake, and there's not a lot that I agree with at all. Let me know your thoughts on it, though. Would you like this rumor to be true? I really hope it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not true, but I really hope it's not true as well, because it's not great, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts on that. And then also let me know your thoughts on everything else that we've covered today as well. The Switch 2 stuff, the catching stuff, the ZA Mega Zygarde or whatever, the Zygarde updates. And then also, what are your thoughts on Pokemon Lego as well? Are you going to be grabbing this, or are you not really a fan of Lego? But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try to hit 500. As I say, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.